Hello, hello, my Kenvians, and welcome to another day of playing actual Sunlight. There we are. There I am. So, for those of you that did not see the beginning of me playing this game, well, it is a very intense game, to say the least. And by intense, I mean a lot of what is being said in the dialogue, or even more specifically in the writings and the thoughts of the main character. Not a lot occurs, or has occurred in the game thus far per se, but there's definitely a lot of darkness on the part of the main character. It's like the character clearly has depression. The character just sees the world in a certain way that, not everyone agrees with, but it's a very bleak outlook. It's one that involves thoughts of suicide. That's something that's touched on before. So before I even begin here, in case you have not watched the previous video, I do want to let you know that this game does deal with very adult, mature themes, which may seem kind of silly since it's it's an RPG Maker game, but if I remember correctly, the person who made the game did it as sort of not exactly an autobiography, but something along those lines. It's a work of art for him, and yeah. So again, just keep that in mind before continuing. If you do want to watch this video, keep in mind that there will be some strong language, there will be some very mature and dark themes that could occur. So, that being said, any of you that are watching this on Twitch while I'm recording, welcome. If you're watching this on Twitch as a video on demand or YouTube later, welcome. And let's continue with actual Sunlight. And hopefully my window here won't get in the way too much of the stuff happening on screen, but I'd say at most will probably be like a slight dialogue box. I'll adjust if need be. Alright. Okay, so we just left the workplace, and we're now at a general store, from what I can tell. Okay. Let's see there's the cashier, security, food. I'm curious whether there'll be different types of food. Laundry. Well, there's a fair amount of stuff, so let's just kind of work our way around clockwise, starting with the ATM. If I really want something, I can afford it. If I really do want it. In the end, what's wrong with being in debt when you're somebody like me? It's not like I'm going to have to work for the rest of my life anyways. It's not like retirement is even going to be a thing that still exists by the time I would be retiring. It's not like my body isn't already completely falling apart, or like I'm not going to be dead in 15 or 20 years anyways. It's not like anybody else is affected by what I do to myself anyways. So what if I want to buy things? So what if it makes me feel better? Again, some very dark themes. Very dark thoughts. I already have a TV that I barely even use to actually watch TV. That being said, I can't believe how far the plasmas have come. I could get one of these, and maybe getting cable would be worth it, better than downloading everything. I want to write for television anyways, right? So I should be watching more television. $4,000 though. That's crazy. I can't. Curious if it'll say the same thing. Yep. Okay, so that'll be one thing for me to keep in mind. Similar objects will basically give you the same dialogue. Clothing. I really like clothes. It's too bad that none of them fit me, but maybe buying some things that I actually would want to wear would motivate me to lose weight. It's probably exactly the thing I need to do. You can't say it doesn't make perfect sense. I don't want to be this way, but it seems like being even more this way is the only way to stop being like it. And, you know, I'm not gonna lie, to a degree, some of this stuff can be kind of on the money. I'd be lying if I haven't had similar thoughts to these things at times. Oh, and actually, I just realized, I'll clip this out of the video when I put it up onto YouTube, but I completely forgot to share this over on the Facebook page, because I put it there last time. So, let's see. Share the link. And playing actual sunlight for day 2 of Mental Health Week at PapaKennMedia. I need to change that to Mental Health Awareness Week. I forgot to do that earlier. So Mental Health Awareness Week. There we go. Alright, and publish. There we go. Alrighty then. Necrozes, hello! Welcome back to the stream. Glad you can make it again. I hope you have had a good day so far. Mine's been pretty alright. I keep wanting to look over here because that's where I am on the screen, but camera's right here. But again, I hope you've had a good day, Necrozes. Let's see, continuing with junk. This is stupid. Why am I here? Why do I do this? That was very short and to the point. Oh, well, I figured maybe if it was different junk, maybe. All different video games. I don't even really like any of the genres that any of these games... I'm not reading correctly. I don't even really like any of the genres that any of these new games are in. I guess the reviews for some of them are pretty good, though. By video game? Sure. This will be the last time. I don't even like these things anymore. All of them are practically identical to me at this point. This will be the last time. And the music stopped, which... that could be foreboding. Now... so am I in a game now, or did this fast forward to... after the shop? He looks tired. I wonder if I'll ever work a night shift. Who knows? Maybe it would be for the best. You think it fucking matters to me? You think it makes any difference at all? What? Okay. Stranger. God, I swear. I assume that the guy probably does change the art a bit to make everybody's eyes kind of crazy, but seriously, some of the eyes in this game, like if you go back and watch the previous stream, they're just kind of nuts. And they look incredibly high. Okay, let's... sitting this close to that guy is just asking for bullshit. Okay, so all the way at the end, I guess. What happens if I say no? Oh, it just continues it. Okay then. Okay then, well that's annoying. I didn't know that buying the video game would actually fast forward you past that part. Scarlet, hello! Hey, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you're able to make it. Glad to see me streaming. Yeah, me too. It's hopefully this is the start of me doing it more regularly. Of course, I did it yesterday, doing it today. It's definitely not going to be able to do it as a daily thing, but I am going to do my best to stream more regularly, just to, you know, create more of a presence here on Twitch. But as I was saying, it is a bit annoying that I honestly didn't know that getting that video game was going to fast forward me completely past the general store. curious. Oh, okay, so the spot is exactly there. Alright, go back up to the... So I think what I may do, if this game ends soon, is I'll save it in a different slot, and then I'll pick back up at the store just to see if it changes anything. Opal Mari, hey, welcome. Thank you for following. Thank you very much. Take elevator. We'll take it to the apartment. Oh, before I read. Sounds great. I'm going to lurk and enjoy your gameplay while I work on YouTube content. Excellent. Well, have fun working on your YouTube content there. And yeah, Scarlett, this game is very interesting. It has a... Again, I could be wrong, but I feel like the mental health aspect that it focuses on the most is depression. Probably a lot of different... probably some other aspects, but it really focuses on that. It's sort of a work of art. I think it's sort of autobiographical of the creator, at least if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's definitely intense at times, to say the least, as far as some of the text that comes up. And then Opal Mari, is Twitch safe? Just got to watch you play. I would say it's safe, personally. As far as, I mean, it's just as safe as YouTube, basically. The only difference is you're basically going to be watching people play live for the most part, as opposed to recordings. Have I no idea what this is still? You may come to like it. It depends on how much you like video games, but I didn't like Twitch at first, but now I'm subscribed, well, not subscribed, but following a lot of people. Mental awareness is important. Yes, I definitely agree, Scarlett. That's one of the things I'm doing this week, but I'll touch on that more, and I'm going to read the patient transcript here. And do keep in mind, this is continued from yesterday's stream, so not everything will make sense. When do you feel the absolute lowest? The moment I walk in the door. No question. I'm not sure what that sound effect was. Why do you think that is? Why feel worse off when you get home than at any other time? You know, I think our generation is growing up and going down. It's not just in my imagination that things are getting worse. We should all be in a period of our lives where we're building and learning and doing new things. Coming into our own as professionals. Making more money, and Look, we've talked about all this before. Oof. I don't know. I guess it just all feels the same. Day in and day out. Except you know that in some way you're falling apart. Well, who isn't? This isn't a great doctor. If this doctor's supposed to be a therapist, they're not very good at what they do. At least in my eyes. You know, it isn't like I never tried. It's just that all my trying never really amounted to much. But how many people really changed the path they started going down when they started out? It's like the fundamental idea of our entire culture. That you can change. That you can do whatever you want. And your problem is what exactly? That nobody is keeping records on how true or untrue that is? So am I like in the end game right now, where we're fast forwarding through a lot of this? I'm gonna check the chat real quick. Oh, thank you, Nickers, for sharing that. Short Story YouTube is the video side, while Twitch is the 2 to 4 hours of being live, chatting with people while gaming. Very true. And yeah, that's very true, Scarlett. Yeah, and yeah, Opal Mari, some people do 24-hour streams. I would consider them kind of crazy. There might reach a point where I'll do a 24-hour stream through PapaKennMedia, but we're a ways off with that. But, continuing. Excuse me. Actually, I think they are. But people can't even... I mean, most people can't deal with that kind of hopelessness. Maybe. Or maybe they have a way of dealing with it that you just don't know anything about. Do you think I don't know what you keep trying to bring this conversation back around to? I get it. I'm lonely. I'm sad and I'm lonely, and this is why I'm in therapy. Are you happy now? Is this what psychiatrists do? Just keep needling at people until they simplify their problems into something you can write a prescription for? How should I know? You're the one making all of this up. That explains a lot. That explains a lot of why I was having issues with the way the doctor was dealing with this, but... Huh. I'm not even real. You just imagine all of this to try to romanticize being a drain circling nobody. You saw a therapist one time, and he told you to come back when you had real problems. Okay, yeah, that therapist is horrible. Come back when you had real problems? Oh my god. That... I'm mad right now. Like, I can only assume that this is based off of, like, you know, somewhat of real life events, something that the creator experienced. And if they were actually told that by a therapist, I am supremely pissed off. Oh my god. Okay. Continuing. I'm just like all these other stupid scenarios that you play out in your head. Like being a creative writing professor, or how cool and melancholy you'll be on a talk show, and all of this nonsense. What is it really for? I don't know. It's all to avoid telling yourself that you're nothing. That you're anything more than some fat, booze, sugar, and porn-addicted idiot who wasted every opportunity he ever had. It's funny how I was always like this, and yet it got worse at the same time. You know? You live this fucked up type of way, and you just slowly coast deeper and deeper into it, until your whole life is just this weird, paradoxical mix of desperate survival and slowly killing yourself at the same time. To be honest, I completely agree with you. I think you should end it. You think? It's either that or live a shitty, terrible life. Other people don't want other people to do it. But whose shoes do they have to live in? What the fuck do they know? Okay, I'm gonna look at chat real quick because... yeah. You've had therapists like that before? Necros is, I am so sorry. I am so sorry that you've had experiences like that. That is just wrong on so many levels. I used an @ symbol. Also, I've seen a lot of cases where patients know more than the doctors. It can be, unfortunately, a thing, especially if it's not a good therapist. Soon you will discover the emojis, Opal Mari. I guess he's taking the you suck approach, not the most common for doctors. I had issues dealing with my grandmother's death back in middle school, mostly because it started a bunch of problems that destroyed my family. Saw a therapist and he asked how long it had been since she died. Whew. But yeah, Opal, I don't know if you missed that part or not, but the doctor here is actually all in the main character Evan's head. This is a scenario he makes up. The doctor isn't actually real. Whew. Anyway, continuing on. And I'm looking forward to hearing what the... Oh, I told him a year. He looked me dead in the eyes. I was about 14, and he told me, "She's dead. Get over it." Oh my... That therapist should not be... I mean, I don't know, maybe the guy has helped other people, but that... Good Lord. I am so sorry, Necrosis. I am so sorry that you had to have that experience with a therapist. That is fucked up. I am seriously so sorry. Oh, man. But, okay. Continuing. If you want to live in all this agony, you go ahead. But stop telling yourself it's because you still think you can do any better. And start admitting that it's actually because you're too scared to do what you know you should. You don't want to inconvenience people. You don't want to make them sad. You want them to remember you as that funny guy to just have around, or to keep wishing you could measure up to some fantasy that you should have grown out of 10 years ago. But you don't have anything to look forward to. It's just going to be the same stupid shit every day for the rest of your goddamn life. So stop wasting my time, go to the roof of the building, and jump off. No. Fine. But someday, you're going to wake up one morning, and even all the things that pulled you down won't make you feel any better. In fact, you won't feel anything at all. And do you even know why? Because nobody who isn't obligated to, or who isn't pathetic themselves, even fucking cares that you are alive. In the end, nothing you can do will keep that from sinking in. I know. Okay, back to the chat. Your mom and sister were both in the room and having to hold yourselves back from hitting him. I do not blame you at all. I mean, I would not have blamed any of you for just going right at that guy. That is not okay in any means. That's awful. My great-grandma passed away at 98, so at least we could say she had a long life to help us feel better. I think mine was in her mid-60s, but not sure the exact age. She had cancer, was told she only had a few months to live, held out for about 3 years. I think I remember you mentioned that last stream, Necrozes. And despite only having those few months, that's awesome that your grandma was able to hold out for those 3 years. She is strong. At least you got to spend more time with her, though it still hurts. Absolutely. Oh, man. Now, I'm not going to lie. I don't know what's going to come in this game. I did not expect it to get this dark this fast. But continuing. Years go by. So hungover. God. I can't take this anymore. I can't take any of it. The same stupid shit. Just out of curiosity, can you hear me? Because the music's kind of loud in my headphones. This fucking alarm clock. I fucking hate this shit. Destroy everything in the apartment. Alarm clock shattered. I hear you loud and clear on my end. Okay, good. Like I don't have a goddamn alarm clock in my phone. Fucking VIP inbox. Everything in the goddamn universe to keep anybody from getting a goddamn minute of peace. I don't even want to look at this thing. Why did I even buy it? Like I've even read half the books I already own. That's... Never deserved to own it anyways. Do I really need a tablet? Can I really not be apart from the internet for 5 goddamn fucking minutes? Smashed it into the corner of the nightstand. It's done. Laptop. Waste of fucking time. Waste of my fucking life. Kick the screen in. Good riddance. Oh, okay. Big fat fancy chair for being a fuckhead who never gets off his ass all fucking day. Like I really need it just because of my back. Like I've got any good reason to not just be popping pills all the time with the rest of the wretched fucking universe. Like I can't just lay in my fucking bed all night like a goddamn vegetable. What's the difference anyways? I don't even fucking get home before 7 p.m. most nights. What the fuck am I getting home, or even when I do? I just sit in this fucking chair. Sit in this chair and be a fucking jerk off on Facebook and watch YouTube. Because isn't everything just so fucking fascinating? Kicked a hole in the back. Okay, so nothing about the desk at least. Flat screen neo yuppie bullshit. The screen is cracked to shit. Oh well. All you have to do is destroy everything. By Evan Winter. You know, the problem with you is that is not that you're a gutless, craven pussy who can't get off your ass. No. Your problem is that you have too much stuff. Consumer electronics are your problem. The internet is your problem. All these unbelievably entertaining things, and you're just hopelessly addicted to all of them. That's why you need to cancel your home internet. Cancel your high-definition cable. Rip apart your $2,000 gaming PC and throw it in the garbage. And leave yourself with nothing but a bunch of crappy, outdated console systems. Because you want to be a different person. A month later you'll be sitting in your blanked out apartment with nothing to do. And you'll finally say to yourself, it's time to get out there in the world. I want to meet strangers in cafes. I want to join a kickball league. But not long after this, you will find yourself playing those crappy, outdated consoles every night, and punching yourself for wrecking your own shit. Just because you want to be a different person doesn't mean you will be able to become one. Fuck you! Fuck you! Smashed open, parts everywhere. Okay, what in the blue hell is this? FISA, it's a very intense game about a guy with depression and anger issues, and apparently the character is hangover at this point. This game is called Actual Sunlight, and it's essentially, I'm not for sure, but it's sort of a autobiographical game / story from the writer. It's an RPG Maker game designed to tell a story about a person with depression for mental awareness. Exactly, and it might seem strange that I'm reacting the way I am right now, but just after everything that I've gone through in this game, it's just bizarre. It's, well, not bizarre, but it's intense. Like I even need a kitchen. Well, at least it didn't break the sink. It doesn't matter now. Empty. Let's go eat shit like I usually do. Alcoholic Vomit is Coolness Leaving the Body by Evan Winter. A lot of fat people think they are hot shit because they drink a lot. They know that nobody in a social situation really wants to talk to them, so they hang out with each other and get totally fucking wasted. Sometimes, if they're rich or funny, a few people will find them endearing enough to actually speak to. By and large, however, they just get completely annihilated and go home to throw up into their cracked seat toilets. But all this is an outsider's perspective. The real reason fat people drink is because it actually makes them feel confident, and confidence to a 300-pound piece of human shit is all they ever wanted. You feel levitation, carelessness, acceptance. And then, one day, you feel bad enough when you're not drunk that you realize that drinking actually makes you feel the way that regular people feel all the time. Needless to say, This is when you know it's time to mature into an older and wiser person, and switch to antidepressants. Oh God. Oh God. No. I'm not sure if taking a shower will do anything. Quick glance over. I get it, granted, I don't really get much feeling from this game, but I've watched Hellgirl and this gets depressing for me over time. Yeah, for me, it's like, this is... Yeah, that's actually what the game Neverending Nightmares is like. The man who made it has, I think, insomnia. He made the game based on what he sees at night. Yeah, I think it also is OCD that he has, something along those lines. But that's for another time. Take a shower? Sure. I'm gonna stop drinking. I'm gonna quit this job. I'm gonna stop everything. It doesn't even do anything. Why don't I care anymore? Why don't I care anymore? Go to the roof of the building and jump off. You Say by Evan Winter. You say you refuse to be the creature you are and go on living. It sloshes around in your skull like acid, aching from the moment you wake up to the minute you stand still and breathe through the water to the hours you lay in bed at night. Shifting through one piece of your breaking body to another. You say, you say, you say. You say you won't go on. Not alone. Not like this. You say it isn't human. That it isn't safe. You say it isn't natural to exist in nothing but contemplation of the joy you will never have. However secure you may be for the moment. That too much can be undone by a lost and angry person in a single decision. You say you're tired of the pain and sickness that stole your youth. You say you've had enough of waiting to see what part of your mind or body collapses next. You say you won't submit to the incomprehensible object that all of it is slowly turning you into. A target of awkward silence and false hope. A wedding, funeral, family asterisk. Some careerist article by some careerist asshole on how society is in full-scale collapse because the government won't pay for your pointless, stupid, unlivable life. If you say so. You say you won't suck off this sad and stupid future. You say you won't take another job just like the one you just lost. You won't buy the next new cell phone, and you won't keep meeting up with the same old people who do all the same old things. You say you won't do it. You swear to God you won't do it. So go on. Say it. Say it to yourself. Get drunk and say it to your friends. Say it to someone you wish cared about you and actually believe that it makes you look romantic instead of ridiculous. Say it on Twitter or Tumblr until it's all that anybody believes about who you are. Say it like the world won't go on without you, or that you have anything to lose but yourself. Say it for the sake of never doing anything until the day comes when everything you said so much about losing is actually lost. The day that everything you said would happen actually happens. And the only choice left is either something worse, the grinding years of living through it without the heart for anything, or nothing at all. When there is nothing left to say, what will you say instead? You know what? Fuck this. I'm fine. I'm going to work. Enough of this bullshit. I'm just going to be different. I'm just going to be fine being myself, and it's going to be fine. I can find my own way to being somebody better. With all of that stuff gone, all I have to do now is do something good. Just a day at a time. Someday, this whole part of my life will just be a tiny memory. Leave the apartment. So yeah, man. Looking real quick at chat real quick. As long as you don't have a toaster in the bathroom, I don't think it will be a problem for you to take a shower. True. Do I want to save my game? Yes. I'm going to save it in file 2. Oh, right. I think that's my favorite yet saddest part in stories, where the character hates how when they're sad and suffering, the whole world and nature just continues on without them. Yeah, it's a good point, Opalmari. Now I know that the roof is an option there. I'm going to take the character to the roof, and I'm hoping that it's going to get, like, it's going to probably give a prompt to either yes, jump, or no. I already did save. Is this my office? This one behind me? Yeah, this is my office, Fiza. But yeah, I already did save, so let's see what happens. No, I'm going to work. Okay, good. So maybe that was a possibility of a choice to make earlier in the game, but not now. So, the street. Coffee? Fruit? Thanks. Have a great day. She must think I'm ridiculous. What kind of person needs to buy simple shit like this off a card every day? As much as I can pay interest on until I'm sucked out like a pig, and the banks own everything, goddamn fucking thing. You get drunk, you take out money, you throw away the statement before you even look at it. Why does it even matter? They're going to find a way to make you work until the day you die, like an idiot. And if you don't believe that, if you can't look at the world around you today and see it as clear as sky, then guess what? You really are a fucking idiot. Okay. Oh, wait a second. It says driver, not ATM. Have I played The Crooked Man? I have not. I have not played The Crooked Man. I feel like I've heard of it, though. You gotta smoke, bud? No, I don't smoke. Pal, the fucking sun is shining. Fucking birds are singing. And you got a look on your face like the fucking world is falling apart. Right. Sure. Meh. Nothing a blowjob and a few $1,000,000 wouldn't fix, huh? Fucking jerk. You know, there is a difference between the white guys in collared shirts who actually get offered that and the ones who don't. Whatever. If you don't gotta fucking smoke, just fuck off. You know what? I give you money every fucking day. You don't even know who the fuck I am. What the fuck is wrong with you? Fuck off! You fuck off! Well, it's definitely, different than the last time we were outside. Take the streetcar to work. Yes! Wow, it's crowded. Please move it right to the back, sir. I put about 20 new condos along Spardina in the past year. Do you think even one person stopped to consider what the fuck this would do to public transit? Was there even one person? Right to the back, please, sir. No, nobody? Just more money straight to the developers and a few extra tax bucks to try to fix a hopelessly unfixable city? And it's like this now? Ladies and gentlemen, we can't keep moving unless everybody can please proceed to the back of the car. Now, in my defense, there's a bunch of people that are walking toward the front right now. Yeah. You people have scary cat eyes. There's a newspaper on the seat, which is itself on top of an unidentifiable white stain. Sit down. What else is there to do? Okay, that's a good point. Gross. Also, The Crooked Man has a wonderful story that I don't want to spoil, just in case you play it someday. I definitely do want to check it out. I've heard, what is it? The nursery rhymes or whatever it is about The Crooked Man, and I do feel like I've heard the name of a game about it before, so I'm interested in finding out about it for sure. What's wrong? I texted you last night. I'm sorry. I didn't get it. Were you alright? You didn't have to go to the hospital, did you? No. You know what? Never mind. I didn't get your message. I didn't even get home until 10. And then I passed out. Fine. You know what? I thought we agreed that the whole thing was just stupid. That it was just whatever. It's 9:30 in the morning. Is this really the time or place you want to talk about this? No. No, you're right. I'm stupid. I'm so stupid and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. It was established in the previous time I was playing that, she clearly has something wrong. It's like something psychological, something like something has happened to her. And apparently, clearly those two characters have hooked up. And now he's being a dick. But we'll see what the text has to say. But it goes off, it makes an incredible game with a lot of heart. Awesome. Yeah, definitely looking forward to trying The Crooked Man sometime. Katie Caliber, thank you so much for hosting. That's amazing of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. The host is broken. It only says one. Well, I do have a lot of, but I thought I'd drop it anyway. I appreciate it, seriously. I still got a lot of things to do as far as like the notifications go. But again, I really do appreciate that you hosted. Thank you so much. You have come into me playing a very intense and weird game, but it's in the sake of mental health. So yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes. I thought it was going to end sooner, like just flat out end, but it didn't, amazingly. Tuna had the same before. What's a host? Opal, it's when someone from another channel hosts my stream or hosts someone else's stream so that people that go to their channel can see my stream. It's less confusing than how I just put it. The Stories That We Love by Evan Winter. I don't believe for a second that you ever cared about me at all. People look at you and me and think we're the same. They don't even know how right they are. They don't know how much we both wish we could actually be in love. They don't know how we both grew up and thought our lives would be real. That we would get married and talk retirement and read in bed while footsteps crept down our hallways. They don't know how disgusting we feel when we're together. Rubbing all over each other while you regret it, and I'm trying to think of somebody else. Okay, well, this is clearly thoughts about his time with that character. Faiza was already here. He was. They don't know how reluctantly it starts, all indifferent and tiresome. Katie, this is Actual Sunlight, a game about depression. A dating simulator. Basically, all of these little stories that pop up on screen are from the perspective or the imagination of the main character, and he has severe depression. He has anger issues. Yeah, it's just everything that comes up here is basically his perspective on the world. And Fiza, wow, thank you so much. Wow. So like when PapaKennMedia ends the stream, host another channel. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Katie, this is a crazy game, and it's gotten really intense earlier. And since I'm dealing with my own, mental health things, some of this has hit a little bit harder than it may for some people. But going to continue forth because I'm interested to see where this goes. They don't know how stupid we feel when the night wears off and the sun comes up and we're just lying there, burning off whatever residual intimacy is still hanging in the air as a way of trying to make it all less awkward. Shitty kisses and dragging blankets, twisted into each other like sinking life jackets. Literally hugging with regret. I am so sorry. They probably think we talk it out. They imagine some type of light crystallizes between us, that we start to believe in something beautiful within ourselves because it has to exist if somebody else can see it. And they do that because we love that story more than anything, don't we? It's great. We'll need to go to their page in order for them to see the chat. Staying on this page will only show... Oh, okay. Yeah, you all are discussing that. Cool. Yeah, Katie. Yeah. But this has been a... Just to give a quick summary before I continue forth, it's been really rough for me lately, especially mental health wise. So, this week in particular is really hard because this week is sort of the anniversary of my cousin dying, and April in general is hard for me because it's when I lost not only my cousin but also my grandmother several years before that. And, since then I've been diagnosed with depression and anxiety and ADHD. And just because of everything that's been going on with me, family stuff, going back to Kentucky, I've just been emotionally, psychologically, physically drained. And I'm using this week to kind of work on building myself back up, to get back into the groove of things with videos, try and do streams more regularly. And also, I'm hoping that it's sort of a starting point where I can try and do positive things for other people in regard to mental health, because it still does have such a stigma. I mean, even some of the ways I react to some of the things the character says in this game, like the way I react may not, if I was with a person that was talking about that, it may not be the way I would react, but it's just I just have such a visceral response to certain words, certain things that are happening, that it's sort of, at the same time, teaching myself things I didn't know about mental health because this is coming from someone else's perspective. And again, hopefully in some way, in some of the things I do going forward, I'll be able to help others in regard to mental health. So yeah. I meant that to be shorter than it was, but you know me, I'm long-winded sometimes. The chat stuff makes sense though, I think. I'm not as connected to this as others. Hey, no big deal, no big deal. The idea that we can transcend our ugliness through sheer force of honesty. That we can magically transform into a writhing pile of fat. Desperate bodies with the power to fuck and suck the complete bullshit out of each other. That's an image. Because that will be the thing that sets us free from wanting someone that we actually want. Because that will be the thing that will make all the mistakes we've made just a part of something that was meant to be. because we are so horrific that what we really want is for someone not to love us, not to need us, but to forgive us for being so wretched. They really think that, and why not? After all, it's the only way that everybody might actually have a chance. Except they don't. And I don't. And you don't. And we don't. So stop looking at me like you didn't know what this was. Well, that's one way of putting it, bucko. Well, whatever comes at us tonight, we'll get through it together. Mama Kate's is here. That's right. Togetherness! Okay. Okay, good. Don't have a bunch of prompts popping up this time. Evan! You've got to help me. I can't keep up anymore. Slow down, man. What happened? I went to them, and I asked them why they basically handed Russell my promotion. And you know what they said? Whatever they said, it's bullshit. They put Russell in because he's an evil, buck-passing little shithead. Perfect for their first ever layer of middle management. Don't sweat it. I'll tell you what they told me. They said I need to step it up. So I've been here until 9 every night, stepping it up. But it's impossible. And now Tori is leaving? Who do you think is going to end up with all of her work? Me. Troy, stop. Are you even listening to what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do. It doesn't matter. I'm not as stupid as you think, Evan. You think I don't know what you're saying? Of course I do. But it's easy for you. You've got the luxury of being right. You aren't paying even more for divorce lawyers than you are in child support. Doesn't mean I'm not a waste of your time. It's not a waste of your time, man. God damn it. All I'm saying is that you can't expect that promotion now that Russell's in there. I mean, it's done. He got it. And it's not like they're even around to see how fucked up he is. So I wouldn't count on him losing it. Promotion? Who the heck is talking about the promotion? They're gonna fire me. That's why you gotta help with some of this stuff. I'm begging you. They're not gonna fire you, man. You're the most experienced person here. They need... I don't know what you want me to say, man. But you can't live like this. Fine. Don't help me. You just wait 10 years. See if the word career even means anything to you. Or if you find yourself dusting off the resume every 6 months because everybody wants to hire some 23-year-old... I didn't say I wouldn't help you. Some 23-year-old who can pump out 1,000,000 miles of dog shit an hour because they don't even know it's shit. And the client doesn't care because they've never seen anything but shit. Well, it's not all bad. At least you don't have that huge commute anymore. Or payments on that house out there. I miss that house every day of my life. I miss my wife. I miss my kids. I miss everything. I miss everything about all of it. I don't want to talk about this. Please, excuse me. Oh, okay. Back to chat real quick. Oh, I've missed some things. I've had a couple deaths around November, but fortunately they weren't close family. But I get what you mean about April being a hard time to get through. Katie, for me it's the holidays. Family thingies, to be honest. Oh, I'm eating sauté and I poked myself on the lip with some of the sticks. Don't do that, Katie. Don't poke yourself. That hurts. This was the first Christmas without my great-grandma, and my grandma and grandpa took it really bad. That sprite looks like you, Papa. Which sprite is that? Oh, the guy. Thanks. I learned to compartmentalize at a young age to deal with my grandmother's death and everything that followed, so dealing with things like that isn't too hard for me. But I still remember how it's like to deal with. Especially when it's still fresh. Sorry for the random comment. Sometimes you gotta share stupid stuff to lighten the mood. I completely agree. And yeah, everything you all are saying, I agree. And I'm sorry you had to learn to compartmentalize those things, Necrozes, but hopefully it's helped you to become a stronger person. And I'm sorry that Christmas was so hard, Opalmari. I really am. Your free trial is about to end. By Evan Winter. You do realize that the kind of life which only happened to other people for most of your existence is coming for you too, right? Sure, it all makes sense now. It's just a graph on a page. Just a short-term contract instead of a full-time job. Just a little leaning into what you are otherwise told. Just a little leaning into what you are otherwise told is a very healthy retirement fund from a person who got paid to tell you that. But someday, someone is going to fire you for the last time. Not because you did anything wrong. Not because you ran off to open some goddamn cupcake store. And not even because they actually can't afford to keep you. It will simply be because your life got too complex and expensive for what it was actually worth to anyone but you. If you don't become either rich or in charge of a bunch of people by the time you're 40, you might as well blow your fucking brains out for all the world will think of you. I don't agree with that. Even at 35, you'd better still be sexy. If you don't even know how all this will come together by the time you're 30, you're already so far behind somebody who does that I can't see how someone who doesn't would ever catch up. I'll try to. We're all in this together to lighten the mood, that is. Yeah, again, I don't know how long this game is going to be. If we reach another save point soon, I might actually stop playing this to play something a little bit more uplifting, because there needs to be some self-care, and I feel like having some fun is some of the most self-care I can have at this point, especially since certain elements of this, considering I'm 34 years old, kind of gets in my head. So yeah. Continuing. And then, for the sake of our collective sanity, you will be erased. Because nobody can give a fuck about you if you don't exist to give a fuck about. I mean, look at you. You're old. You're bringing down our Friday spirit. You can't drink all night. You aren't fun to look at. And you can't help anybody get ahead with anything. You're upsetting all the 20-somethings who don't even get paid. Don't you think the least we can do is provide them with a workplace that resembles a television show? And no offense, but if you have kids who don't get to go to daycare because you didn't marry rich, nobody wants to know about it. If you have some disease that is eating you alive because you have no medical coverage, it's better for everybody if you don't say so. If you don't think you can be cheerful, or at least quiet, I hope you know how much we all resent you being here. Because this is not a place that has anything to do with anything but celebration. Celebrating success, driving forward with growth, powering ahead through innovation and smashing through it with remorseless joie de vivre. Viv. That phrase. Who would seriously consider even being anywhere else? And maybe, just maybe, you used to understand that. Back when you were in some sort of loser cocoon. Still all bright with your maybes and somedays. But all you do now is remind everyone that nothing lasts forever. And who wants to think about that? Okay. I'd probably get nightmares if this was the Oh, wait. Hello Kitty Adventure. Oh, goodness. Even though I've never heard of it. Oh, Hello Kitty Adventure, yeah. I just hear it as a weird suggestion for streamers to play. My ex loved it, yeah, but yeah, my tolerance for cutesy stuff is pretty non-existent. I like cutesy stuff if it's just for fun and for, little short, tiny, compartmentalized bits, just for the strangeness of it a lot of times. But anyway, moving on from Troy. Let's talk to Elisa? I thought that was Natasha. Oh, it's a different character now. Yeah? Hey, Elisa. I gotta talk to Russell today. Is he in the office until 5? Probably. I don't know. After they made Russell the general manager, he fired Natasha because he said she couldn't speak English. At which point, of course, he simply replaced her with somebody who refused to. The rest of us would complain, probably, except she isn't even really supposed to help all of us the way that Natasha did anyways. She's strictly supposed to be Russell's executive assistant. And of course, you can see where all of this is headed. We figure they've already at least made out. The only job she's actually doing here is telling him everything that she thinks we're saying about him. Not that we aren't saying it. Okay. Oh God, Flappy Bird. And yes, Katie, your cow emojis are adorable. Oh, let's see, before I go on to Tori. When my niece was younger, rather than dealing with Hello Kitty, My Little Pony, Barbie, stuff like that, I got her started on Sailor Moon, at least that I could watch. Good call. Good call. Hey, what's going on? Hey, not too much. Is this your last day? Are you coming in for that last handoff meeting next week? No, I can't. Me and Danny are going on our engagement trip tomorrow. And then I start the new job as soon as I get back. That's too bad. We were really a team on that. I know the client used to see us together, or the client liked to see us together. They'll understand. It's just a job. Yeah. They'll forget about us before you know it. Damn, Tori. You sound more like me every day. After all this time together, that's not what I wanted. I know it isn't. I didn't see you out last night. We should get a drink after work. I mean, we should all go. I don't think that's a good idea. Anyways, you're a really talented guy, so good luck, Evan. Yeah, you too. Oh. I did a Flappy Bird skit at band camp where we ended it with the player smashing his phone with a jackhammer. Hot girls in miniskirts fighting evil. Any guy who can't watch that has issues. Oh. Remember, they are 14 and the age of consent is 13 in Japan. Didn't realize that part. That's a little bit creepy. But regardless, moving on. The Way People Walk Away From You. By Evan Winter, clearly. If love exists in the ability to make another person happy, how can someone who can't make anybody happy ever really be in love? How do you tell someone who asks you why you never do anything that the reason is that you can feel your bones grinding together when you walk? How do you tell someone who asks why you're so tired that you can't sleep without pain? How do you tell someone who only smiles at you when you make them laugh is that there is so much more you want to say? How can you look at photos on her desk of someone giving her everything she wants and not be thankful that somebody can? How sick have you become that you don't even realize that not everything is about you? If love exists in the ability to make another person happy, how can someone who can't make anybody happy ever really be in love? If love exists in the ability to make another person happy, how can someone who can't make anybody happy ever really be in love? Oh, I just realized that was literally just repeating. How? 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 Whew, okay. Go back here and talk to Russell, the douchebag. Cupcakes! Yeah, anime is weird. They can look, act older, but be written as young. F-U-Fies. Didn't even type it in there anymore because it's too late. How? I thought I told you to come back later, bro. I got shit to do. Alright, but we gotta talk about, like, multiple projects. Did your email go down again? You gotta get that fixed right away, man. Nobody knows why you aren't writing them back. Don't tell me what to do, bro. What? Thought I was too small time for you to hook me up with your brother. Don't think I don't remember it. And I bet you feel stupid now, huh? Guess I'm not too small time to be your fucking boss. You ever think that maybe I did tell him about you? And that he's the one who thought you were too small time? Yeah, right. I'm fucking watching you, dickhead. You need to step it up out there, or you're going down. Excuse me? Shit, I'm doing you a favor just keeping you on. Are you now? You think I can't get somebody for 2/3 your salary? Use half of that to pay the company, to save the company a little money, and then tack the other half onto my salary for being such a good manager? That's business, pal. How do you figure any of that money is even going to exist in the first place without us doing the actual work? Is that business too? Shit, who cares? By the time we sell this shit, we're moving on anyways. Doesn't matter who's satisfied or not. With some top sales guys like me, we just keep rolling. That's your big plan? Sure. What the fuck is satisfaction anyways? Not like anything we do actually does anything but help a bunch of retards piss on and play politics with each other. Yeah, but nothing, bro. You want to have it both ways. You want to shit all over what we do here, but still think of yourself as some kind of hero. But it ain't like that. If this shit is fucked up, then you're fucked up. And you're fucked up. Oh, and you're fucked up. Whoa. Missing stuff in chat. Da 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 da. Sassy attitude. Saw a news article the other day. Some woman tried to change the age of consent in England to 12? Oh my god. When I was 12, I was building huts and jumping on the trampoline. R word. Oh yeah, the R word. I actually didn't say that last time, so that just kind of skimmed by. I apologize for that. Everybody's fucked up. Blanket forts. She was an elected official, so from what I understand, it was kept quiet for a while. Yeah, it tends to go that way. They do horrible, horrible things, and then it gets covered up. Excuse me for just a minute. I need to hydrate. Ugh. Good lord, my throat is dry. That's not your fault, it's in the game. Oh, okay, that's true. So what? That makes me lucky to have a part in all this? Even with Natasha gone? With Troy losing his mind? With Jackie half dead half of the time? And Tori getting poached? Poached? You think you motherfuckies are getting... Motherfuckies? You think you motherfuckers are getting poached on my motherfucking watch? Please. Tori's leaving because of you, you fat fuck. What? I mean, I'm not gonna cross you off over it, because she's definitely a piece of ass. So I know where you're coming from. But shit! What are you thinking, bro? Not exactly in your league. What are you freaking out about, man? It's not a huge thing. Everybody knows. I mean, anybody can tell. I gotta go. What? I quit. I gotta go. I mean, I quit. Over some chick? Who's leaving? Who's leaving? Damn, bro. You really do need to get laid. No, I just... Anyways, thanks for all your hard work and shit. What are you gonna do now? Shit. I know. You should work for your brother, dude. You know what, Russell? You're really fucked up. You're really, really fucked up. I'm fucked up? Motherfucker, I got a girl. I go to the gym. I have a business plan. I do cool shit on the weekends while you're killing yourself for some job that you just quit. Over nothing. I'm fucking living life while you're wasting yours, wishing it was something else. How the fuck am I fucked up? You're just a pussy. Get the fuck out of here. Whew. Oh. Divakin. Motherfuckies. Okay, and, well, unless he actually is seeing a doctor this time, it was revealed earlier that there have been other transcripts where it's back and forth between the patient and doctor, and the doctor has actually been in Evan's head. So I'm curious whether this will be another one of those, or if he'll actually be talking to an actual therapist. Sounds like he's trying to justify his life. Exactly. And I know plenty of people who have go to great lengths to justify everything about them. The doctor's not real. Yeah, there's been dialogue throughout this game where the doctor, like there's back and forth between the patient, Evan, and a doctor, and we found out just a little while ago that the doctor isn't real. Like it's all basically sort of inner monologue or inner dialogue for Evan, and the doctor voice is not very kind to him at all, basically telling him to jump off the roof on multiple occasions. Continuing. Well, okay, yep, still in his head. How does it feel to be completely worthless? To know that everything you've ever worked on is completely stupid, and that all you've ever done is hurt people. Stop talking to me. Because you want things from them, even though you're disgusting, and completely kidding yourself if you think any respectable person would have anything to do with you. I told you, stop talking to me. And then, even when you find people who don't think you're disgusting, you're just a liar. Right. You're too weak to take responsibility for any of it. You'd rather just lay in bed, unemployed, with no friends, lying to your family about how everything is all right. Just walling yourself off into a corner until everyone forgets about you. Then, maybe, you figure you'll get the courage to end all of this nonsense. Admit to yourself that you're done. And please, make no mistake about it. You are done. You missed your shot. Everything has moved on without you. You could have studied in school and actually done something meaningful with your life. But no, always too fucking lazy. Always another video game to go out and buy. No self-control, no self-respect, no nothing. Always another reason. Always something else. You are a bad person, and you don't deserve to live. You know this. That's why you're in all this pain. I can't change that. No. But you can stop it. An unknown amount of time passes. Back to the chat. I've got a doctor in my head. Granted, mine wouldn't tell me to jump off a roof, but still. I'm not your father, just your dark side. Mine likes to spend the whole time analyzing every aspect of a problem till it drives me insane. I have something similar to that Necros is. I don't really call it the doctor, but it's like I get what I call spinning thoughts, where it's like I will think about lots and lots of things all at the same time, and they all kind of get stuck in my head. And it's kind of like how you get a song stuck in your head, but it's all these different thoughts, all these different scenarios just sort of cycling and cycling and cycling. And it drives me crazy. And that's another thing that has been really hard and why I really wanted to do, this mental health week. Because, I mean, not only was my depression and anxiety, not only has it been at some of the worst levels it's been since before I got diagnosed and medicated and started working on all those things, but my spinning thoughts have been at their worst since then as well. And that is, I don't know how to describe it. It's painful, truly painful. But back to chat. The doctor is a good metaphor for inner monologue. I can turn my phone on its side and still watch. Okay, cool. Me when I was fucking 20 and some days still. This game is so sad. It really is, Katie. I'm sorry to hear that you still feel that way some days still. It's I'd be lying if I said I didn't sometimes, but if the game is too intense, some of the stuff that's going on is too intense or too sad, do not feel ashamed in leaving the stream if you need to. I completely understand. Don't feel like you need to watch this if it's bothering you. Okay? I want to make that clear to you and to everyone else watching. Everything passes. Okay. All right. So an unknown amount of time passes. Oh. And the room is truly completely empty. Oh. Go to the roof of the building and jump off. Is it going to actually, some days are just, yeah. So literally no matter what I interact with now, it's going to keep saying that. Oh, I didn't, mean to, it didn't give me a choice. It didn't say no. Oh my God. Oh, okay. It's like I said yesterday, after all I've been through, I know a lot of psychology, and sometimes all that knowledge comes out, and I turn it on myself. Hopefully you're able to do that in a way that's helpful. I mean, I'm sure it's not always helpful, but hopefully, Necros, that's, call it a doctor. Hopefully that doctor can be the doctor and help you out of bad situations sometimes. I like to see it that way. And hopefully that's the truth for you. I've never felt wind like this before. It makes me feel completely outside of my body. There's a part of me that doesn't want to do this, but I've never heard it so softly. It literally won't let me go back. I guess all I really want to say to everyone is, yeah. You know? Because it all just goes on, doesn't it? If I did it today, if I did it tomorrow, if I waited another 10 years of going through the same motions, with nothing going on except for things getting worse, what would the difference even be? Your family dies, the world falls apart, the rich get richer, the ugly stay ugly. It all gets faster and harder until we can't remember what we used to be. And so what if it does? So what if we do? I'm never going to get what I want, and it's too late to ever become the person I wanted to be. If it was ever really possible at all. And I may not be a person who has courage. I might be the biggest opposite of that in the world. But I can find a moment. Maybe I could have found some better ones. But it doesn't matter now. Back to chat. Okay. It helps for the most part. I haven't always been able to see an actual psychiatrist, so having one in my head got me through a lot of problems back in high school. I'm glad that was able to help you out, Necros. This reminds me of how I thought in middle school, if I die, would anyone care? Now No, I mostly use it to help my friends when they have an issue. I do think I think you're right, Katie, and it's not just you that thinks that, Opalmari. That's a question a lot of people have. I mean, hell, especially when I've had some of my worst bouts here recently. I mean, the thought always comes to mind. It's like, if I die, would anyone care? Or even if I die, would some people I know be better off? It's intrusive thoughts like that hurt, and they're hard to get past. But yeah, the difference with depression is that there is something in you just pushing you to the negative. Exactly, exactly. And actually your brain working differently. Yeah, it's your brain in many ways working against you. And we try so hard to justify it sometimes too. It's like, oh, well, I'm being realistic. But yeah, not just feeling shit, but it takes you over. Yeah, exactly, Katie. Exactly. Gonna continue with this. And yeah. Oh, you're in psychology right now, and you just learned mood disorders. Well, that's awesome. Are you studying like psychology as your major? Just out of curiosity. Someone will always care. The question to me is how much they would care, and how fast would they get over it. Huh. Yeah, I understand. I understand that thought, Necrozis. I can see how that thought would come to mind. What does it mean to be an impossible person? To be someone who could not have ever been happy. How could it mean anything? There are things we will never make sense of, no matter how hard we try. Everybody has their own reality, and being realistic can still give different outcomes in the same situation. You can search for the bad or the good. Well put, Katie. Very well put. Actually, a high school senior. Oh, that's really interesting. I'm glad you have a class like that in high school. I wish I did. I mean, I hate a lot, but I hold on to the few people and things I do care about. Hugs the Katie! Hugs the Katie! Hugs! Hugs! Oh, moving on with this. And it's probably not gonna... Nope, it will not let me go back. Crazy person. I am crazy. Oh, if I run into the lamppost, it can't happen. Oh, boy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, and for people watching this, this might seem really silly, but it's like, in most games, when you reach this point, you expect the game to basically give a prompt, or for the game to take over. No. In order for this to happen, I am going to have to walk the character off of that last tile. It's just a game. And actually, Katie just said that too. It's just a game. Okay. It's just a game. When I try to think of how things could have been different, I feel like so many things come to mind that I can't even think of anything. I just picture myself being happy, laughing, being somebody else. But I can't actually imagine why it would have happened like that. I feel like I should say something here. Something profound. Or interesting. Some type of summation of my life. Or something I've learned. But I can't. It was all worthless. And selfish. And I never loved anyone or anything. All I ever did was want to. It was nothing. Everything I've been and done has been for nothing. And as I turn around to look back, I feel relieved that nobody is there. That there isn't anybody standing there who has no choice but to pretend to care. But it feels good. I feel an unbelievable burden come off my shoulders. I feel lighter than I have in years. Like I can finally stop fighting. Like I can fly. I was right about everything. I was right about everything. Oh. So I guess in a way that leaves it a bit open-ended. Oh. So Will O'Neill. Will O'Neill wrote and created this game. Wow. Well, that was an experience, to say the least. Oh, okay, so back to the chat real quick. Let's see. I had psychology my senior year, but my teacher was so disrespectful to everyone, I refused to go to the class in the end. That really sucks. I hate hearing about this stuff that you all have had to go through. My teacher just talks about how we should strip to stop a robber. That's weird. Ironically, I already knew more about the subject than she ever taught. We're just a speck in the universe. It doesn't matter if we mean nothing. That's how I see it. Oh, and in response to what Opal Mari said, Necrosis says, that would work to stop me. I'm not sure I'd know what to do. So it doesn't matter if we make mistakes either. Well, damn. Yeah, I agree. It's definitely a sad ending. It's a good story. And I feel like that last graphic, the fact that it showed the main character leaning up against there was the text implying flying and jumping off, but the graphics, it kind of leaves it open-ended in that he might have jumped, or maybe he decided not to. The text implies that he did. Yeah. The shit happens in the world, you know. It's good to face it. So we can help each other to not feel this way. Yeah, you're exactly right, Katie. You're exactly right. And my wife deals with people who go through... It's like, you know, I talk about the depression I have, what I feel, and what I've been through. I know it's nothing in comparison to what other people have been through, but it's still real. It's like, all the stuff that we experience is real. I'm missing some of the chat here. People need each other to give meaning to life. Even just one person could have changed everything. If just one person wasn't an asshole. Look behind the man or dark facade. Yeah. Hi Jamie. Welcome to the stream. I just finished playing a very sad and powerful game. It gives you a lot to process. I mean, if nothing else, it gives you a lot to process. And I mean, again, if you're someone like me who's very empathetic, you kind of get caught up in stuff like this, what's going on, even if it's just an RPG Maker game. And I mean, the fact that I can identify with some of the themes brought up throughout this game, I'd be lying if I said I didn't relate to some of it. So it's just, it makes the empathy that much easier to feel, and it adds another layer of sadness to it. No situation can be judged by just fact. Everybody experiences shit their own way. It's a very good point, Katie. It's a very good point. Excuse me. Whew. Actually, RPGs are some of the most heart-wrenching. I agree, Opalmari. RPGs like Final Fantasy, Breath of Fire, games like that, I've loved them for a long time. I haven't played a lot of more recent ones, and it's been a while since I've completed a full RPG, with the exception of Undertale. But I guess it's not fair of me to say like just a RPG Maker game. It's just like I guess it has a slightly different perspective on it. But yeah, a good writer can put a very strong story into a game, and I feel like this person definitely did. From Katie, I had a pretty shitty childhood, and people always felt bad about being sad about something around me because my shit was so much. I think that's bullshit. The loss of a grandma, or failing in school, or whatever might hit one person harder than what I went through. Yeah, you're right, Katie. You're right. To the Moon is like that too, and it's an RPG. I think the most important part of a game is its story, not the graphics. I very much have to agree. With you there, Opalmari. Most games I enjoy to this day, by today's standards, are not pretty. They're Super Nintendo games. It's like, they're older games and their graphics haven't really stood the test of time, but a good story can just mean so much. Katie, sorry I talk a lot. This shit always triggers your mama side. Katie, you have nothing to apologize for. In fact, I'm very thankful that you're sharing. I'm very thankful that you're here, and thank you so much for talking in the chat when you have. Seriously, you all are just awesome. All of you. I can't thank you all enough for being here, seriously. So, what to do from here? Been recording approximately an hour and a half. Judgy fucking. I just want people to have room to work through what they need to work through. We corner each other so much. Judgy fucking. Also, I like your sharing too. Oh, yeah. Agree on the graphics, but I have a hard time playing games with lower graphics myself. And that's completely understandable too. For some people, graphics matter more. Sometimes not as much. And it's like, to a degree, I would be lying if I said I didn't prefer games that look really nice. It's like, a lot of times I will prefer those games, especially if you try to play like a Nintendo 64 game on an HD TV and it looks horrible because of just how all that converts poorly. It's, there's just no way around it. But still, a lot of times, sometimes I can work through the graphics if the game is intriguing enough, if it grabs me right. I like watching it though, if the person is really enjoying it. Yeah. And I definitely, it's hard to say I enjoyed this, but at the same time I did. It's an experience that I'm glad I undertook. And I'm curious whether or not, like, there might be a possibility for multiple endings just because of how some of the choices I made were different. I might play off stream sometime just to see, and I'll post a video if there is any difference. But yeah. Oh, wait a second here. Have I played Firewatch? I have not played Firewatch. Presentable Liberty and The Last of Us. Oh, Firewatch, really? You think it fits in this week? For mental awareness. Okay. Yeah, do I own that game? It might be in my Steam collection. Just a second. Let's see. Do I have Firewatch? If I do, someone probably gifted it to me. I do not have Firewatch, but that might just be a game I will invest in for this week. Might go for it on Thursday or Friday, because I am going to have to take some time away to work on some things. Well, actually, I won't be able to do it Thursday because I'm going to be seeing the new Avengers movie. So maybe I'll give it a shot on Friday. Yeah. I've heard of Firewatch, though I've never had time to see it. It's beautiful. I've heard a lot of good things about Firewatch. I really have. Crooked Man, yes. And actually, I'm going to open up a notepad document right now so I can write some of these ideas down. Okay, so we got Firewatch. We've got Crooked Man, To the Moon, and I feel like I saw you mention another one somewhere up here, Opal Mari. The Last of Us. The Last of Us is a game that I have wanted to play for a long time. I don't know why I haven't. I've heard great things from basically everyone. Again, I don't know why. I don't know why I haven't done it. But, okay, Last of Us. Be putting that on the list. And then one you mentioned there, Opal Mari, Presentable Liberty. I actually have played that game. And I'm pretty sure the video for it exists on my YouTube channel. That being said, the idea to play it was given to me by a friend. And I played it, and I did not enjoy it. I didn't care for it. Some people actually got kind of upset at me because I kind of made fun of it as I went along, because certain things just kind of drove me crazy, because you would get like these cards under the door, and it would be like sometimes not even a full sentence, just like a handful of words. So that stuff kind of got to me. So I have watched other playthroughs since I played, such as from Markiplier, and I feel like one or two other channels several years back. So I see how they got into it. Just for me at the time, it may have just been my mindset at the time. I don't know. But the game just didn't work for me. Again, it's just like I kind of made fun of it as I was going along. So yeah, apparently not the reaction most people would want from someone playing that game. Yeah. I mean, the graphics weren't... I was okay with the graphics, per se. I know we were talking about the graphics just a second ago, but yeah, when it comes to... just when it comes to the story overall, it wasn't for me. Let's see here, going back to chat. Twilight Place already. You'll love it. Yes, I would. I definitely do want to give Last of Us a try. Might be able to get it secondhand if you want to play less. Oh, that is very true. That is very true. I actually have a friend who owns a video game store. Yeah, a bit farther out from where I work, but might be able to see if they have it in stock. So that's a possibility. Uh, so those two describe their differences in graphics. Ah, yes, yes. Oh yeah, Katie, I know you said Firewatch. Opal Mari mentioned uh, Presentable Liberty a little bit earlier in the chat. That's the game I was talking about. Firewatch instead of uh, Last of Us. Yes. I understand a lot of games are perceived differently for some people. Yeah, I totally get that. But, I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll give Presentable Liberty another try. Uh, Someday. I don't, maybe it wouldn't be worth it really since I've already had the experience, and I feel like a lot of that game relies on it being like your first time through being an experience in general. So probably not, but you know, if you are interested at all in seeing my video of it, uh, it is on the YouTube channel. Just looked up Presentable Liberty, and it should be there, I assume. But okay, so on this list I have Firewatch, Crooked Man, To the Moon, and Last of Us. And even going beyond this week, and Katie, you actually weren't here earlier when I said this, I think, but I want to go beyond this Mental Health Awareness Week in, keeping mental health in the conversation. Because one thing I touched on at the beginning of the stream is how it really bothers me how, especially here in the U.S., mental health really only gets brought up in a major sense around disasters or around like the mass shootings that occur, talking about how this person had mental issues, and that's not the kind of outlook mental health should have, or mental illness. There's all kinds of people that have mental illnesses that aren't murderers, and I just hate the fact that so much of the conversation gets wrapped up in that small area on a mass media basis. So going forward, even beyond this week, if I'm not able, you are a murderer, Katie. Yes, that's hilarious. Ha! But I lost my train of thought. But even if I don't get to another game this week, which I will try to, um, I'm wanting to try and make mental health more of a part of the YouTube channel going forward, whether it be like doing sort of a mental health Mondays where I do a vlog occasionally. And maybe when I do these games, I'll start focusing more on ones that have those mental health connotations, or even ones that don't have those connotations. Maybe I can talk about how sort of like playing this other type of game, how it can work for me or how it can work for others as a sort of self-care, or as a sort of, just venting when, there's might not be another way at hand to do it. Just kind of coming up with some different ideas. Oh, don't have to be sorry, Katie. Alliteration! I do have Don't Starve Together, and I think I've played it like once for 15 minutes. I meant to go back and play it more, but it just didn't work out. Oh, Necrozis, you've talked about that before. Do not worry about that. I know that you said that you were getting Star Ocean when it was on sale before, so I hope you were able to get that, and I hope you've been having fun playing it. Not really a mental health game, but still. Oh, yeah. I mean, and again, it's like there's so many different directions you can go with it. And that's something I'd like to do. I'd like to find ways to help normalize, the whole mental health conversation and mental illness in whatever form that might take. It might not be every video, but if I can do it a little bit more, it's a challenge I'm willing to accept and can hopefully take on successfully. And once you die, you have to do everything over again. Well, yeah, that's basically a roguelike in that case. Speaking of roguelike, I just thought of a game to play. You support me. Thank you so much, Katie. I really do appreciate that. I just thought of a game that I have and have played before that I think would be a good way to unwind right now. Just have to reinstall it, and that's Rogue Legacy. I'll make sure I'm putting this on the right. Yep. Still think we should all play Hokey Pokey or Marco Polo. What's this game? Rogue Legacy is a fun little game. It's essentially a roguelike where you play as different generations of a family of knights. And as you go along, it's like each person in the generation, they can have different quirks about them. They can have different abilities about them. And it's all based on sort of the genealogy. And sometimes if you go with something that might be a little bit more hindering, like I think one of the hindrances is vertigo, where everything is upside down and it makes the controls almost impossible to use correctly. But if you're able to do that a little bit, the next character after the one you're playing dies will probably have some more benefits to them. It kind of goes along those lines. Divakin. I'm part Italian, okay? I am part Italian, I am part Mexican, and whatever else is in there. But we are very expressive people. Nearsighted, farsighted, yes, Faiza, exactly. But yeah, I feel like it's been a long time since I've played this game. Oh, and I hope that didn't mess up my... might need to... Well, while that's installing, let's see. No English? I'm not sure what you're talking about. But let's see here. Once it starts the game up, I should be able to bring the... Oh, you wasn't talking proper English. Hooray! My duties are to my family. Okay, returning the right monitor. Oh, I think I can, let's see. I should be able to... Yay! Full screen. Yes, please? Oh, that looks weird. Okay. All right, let's see if I can get this fixed. Turn off right monitor. Turn on game capture. Please work. Are you going to work? Oh. Ah, okay. So almost there. Just have to fix the... There we go. Je ne parle pas français. Does anyone still use proper English these days? Oui. Well, probably not, actually. It's so funny, when I was in Paris, French people would look at me like, what the fuck? Sounds fluent, but says she can't speak it. Oh, Katie, you silly. Okay. Might turn down the music just slightly to make sure it isn't overwhelming. Hey, there we go. But I am loyal only to myself. I wonder... Trying to think of a good place to put the camera for this. Let's go with top right for now. Sure. And maybe shrink it a little bit. Ah! I am silly. Okay, so there we go, and back to the game. Hooah. Silly game, I do not have an A button. I have an X button, for it is a PlayStation 3 controller. Now that I think about it, I don't think picking up the money in this little intro tutorial stage actually does anything. Oh yeah, and by the way, let me know if, what was that, Yelp? I don't know! Let me know if the game's music is louder than me. Whoa. Hoya! Hoya! Wee! Wee! Ho ho! Dropping ledges. Sounds alright? Alright, sound, that's good. Okay, now, this is one of the parts of the game that just infuriates me because it's so hard for me to get correctly, and it's the down attack. Sometimes I get the timing right, most of the time I do not. But hopefully that'll be different in this case. Into the door. Ho! Ho ho! Ho ho! Meh! Meh! Should I? Do I really want to do it? Sure. And then he died. And now time to start the legacy and have a little bit of fun. Especially after that game. So we basically start out with a very average character. The magic is the knife. Okay, that one hurt. Nice try. It hurts! There we go, try to get the timing of it down. There we go. And we have no money, otherwise Charon would usually be here to take all of our money. And thus begins the randomly generated world of Rogue Legacy. Journal entry number 1. Treason! An assassin has wounded my father, the king. To bring order back to the kingdom, he has sent my siblings and I on a quest to save him. Together, we will venture into the cursed woods and enter Castle Hampson. This cursed castle has stood on the edge of the woods since time immemorial, but rumors say that within it dwells an item which will cure any ailment. Tonight I will get a head start over my brothers and sisters and set forth on my quest while they lay asleep. To fail this quest would be an embarrassment to my name. And thus the quest begins! So yeah, Katie, the point of this game is basically try not to die as much as possible. By, not getting hit, unlike what I just did. and to get as much gold as possible, because by getting more gold, you can unlock higher levels for yourself. Make your character stronger. Oh crap. Okay. Whew. Okay, I thought that was going to hit me. But yeah, basically the more gold I get, the more I can unlock, and the better it'll make it for me. Oh! Good point. I forgot to change the name. So, let's... Playing Rogue Legacy. Oh, poop. Oh, hello to stay. It was Pup's bedtime. It was wonderful talking and meeting you all. Thank you for helping me since I never knew what Twitch was. Opal Murray, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for being part of the stream, and I hope you and your puppy have a wonderful night. Rogue Legacy. To unwind from. Actual sunlight. There we go. Update that. Rogue Legacy. All right, and update information. Updated. Sweet. Alright, if that didn't update it, let me know. It says it updated, so that should just mean that, like, you might have to refresh the page. There we are. What is it? Sir Lee, Class Knight, Strength 25, Magic 25. And less than half health. Because I am a numpty. Oh, spiky ball. Yay! But yeah, essentially there's 4 bosses and 4 main areas that are randomly generated every time you go into the castle. There's... Oh, hello! There's ways to keep it from being constantly regenerated, but it costs you money. It basically limits the amount you're able to pick up during that round, or how much you pick up per time. Let's see, yeah, nowadays it changes while you watch. Oh, it updated, no refresh needed. Good, awesome. Oh, and I'm not going there. I would like to stay alive a little bit longer and gather more money, thank you. And going down there with all the spikies would not be in the best interest of my character's health. Oh. Haha. Have at ye! Oh, another one of you. I see. Have at ye! Whoa. Hi, big guy. Bye, big guy. Yeah, I've seen speedrunners go through this game like... Oh, well, there's the first boss door. Yeah, I've seen speedrunners go through this game and they are able to... like, get through the game pretty fast without actually going through many deaths. Usually they do a few so they can level up their character somewhat. But, yeah, I'm definitely not in that kind of league as far as playability goes with this game. And I'm sure as hell no speedrunner. But I guess I'm decent enough to, you know, get a little bit done in this game. Oh boy, okay. Zombie, 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 zombie. Hello, goodbye. Ah! Ah! Sneak attack! And those eyeballs are able to shoot through walls, which is totally not cool. Yay, more health. Oh, and those can throw bones. Much like their relatives back in Castlevania. Oh no! Ooh. I almost got deed. The only game I can speedrun is Oblivion. All the money. I have never actually played Oblivion. I've played, you know, Skyrim. I have that game. Whoa, hey. I think I might actually play Skyrim sometime on the channel too. It's like I've never even come close to saying I've come close to beating Skyrim. I just kind of played it. Whoa, hi. Well, that ended. Took out a fair number of enemies, so, you know. There's that. But yeah, Skyrim is fun. Never played Oblivion, though. Okay, so Katie, this is how the next part goes. When you die, you choose your heir. Oh, and that person has vertigo. I am not going to be playing Lady Shinoa, because vertigo is the worst thing ever. Let's see, there's Lady Charlotte the Knight. Stereo blind, you can't see in 3D. Oh yeah, it's kind of like everything when it's stereo blind, everything kind of turns into a Paper Mario character. Like when they turn, they go flat for a second. Let's see, then Sir Jimmy. Low stats, but can land devastating critical strikes. Clumsy, break a lot of things. Ectomorph, you're skinny, so every hit sends you flying. I think I'm going to go with Lady Charlotte. Seems like a better way to go about it. Oblivion was my first real addiction in gaming. Really? Really? Oh, and no cheats either. That's awesome. Oh, just one moment. I have a text message. Okay. Never mind. Nothing important. Okay. 8 months playing it every day. Wow. I've heard a lot of good things about Oblivion, but at the same time I've also heard things that a lot of people don't like that just kind of drives them up the wall. Let's see. The smithy. The blacksmith can build the finest equipment in the world, turning you into a veritably virtuous violent villain vaporizer. Gathering blueprints will give him an even wider array of assorted armaments for your armory. Okay, so definitely gonna go with health up. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade to Knight. Promotes your knights into paladins. Through rigorous training, paladins have learned how to block blows from any direction. Okay, and now I'm going to go to where the smithy is, because I can go back. Welcome, hero. Maybe you can help me. I used to be the greatest blacksmith in all the lands, but one day the monsters of this castle attacked my smithy and stole all my blueprints. Without those blueprints, I can only make cutlery and stuff. Please bring back any blueprints you find, and I can build the most amazing equipment ever. Ever! Graphics are my only real complaint. The character faces have not aged well at all. That and pretty much all the armor looks like crap. At a price, of course. Ooh, new sword. Yep, definitely going to be unlocking that. I don't think I got any other blueprints. Oh, wait. I have a squire helm. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so I can unlock some more things. Sweet. I believe that for now I will unlock the Squire Sword. And how much are you? That would give me a little bit more health and mana, so yeah, why not? Okay, so that gives me 410. The limbs don't really matter that much. I don't bother too much. Yeah, see, here we go. It's kind of Paper Mario-esque. The one thing that I've heard most complaints about as far as Oblivion goes is the combat. And I'm sure that's more open to open to interpretation for some, or it's not something that's essentially going to affect everyone the same. But it is something that does bother some people. Let's see. Architect. The Enchantress. Let's see. Do I have... Oh, crap. I don't have enough money to buy anything else. Poopy! Oh, well, screw it. It's just 100 gold. Hi, Charon. One must pay the toll. Give Charon all your money and enter the castle? Confirm. Okay, so we're a little bit more equipped to go forward this time. Are there any... No, it's like, whenever the tiles are a little bit faded, I think that's when it's possible to slide through them. You're dead. Hello, Skellington. Ho-ho. Ooh. Well, I guess if I get that... Yeah, sure, why not? The Scythe! Hi. Ho-ho! More gold! The combat isn't too bad for me. It's similar to Skyrim for the most part. Magic is a bit different, but also more customizable. Bow aiming is slightly different, and you can't dual wield, but that's about it. Yeah, I don't know. There may come a day when I may decide to get... Ah, dang it! Decide to give Oblivion a try, but... Ah! Come on! You douche! That was actually completely my fault. I should have been able to avoid that. Whee! So, just out of curiosity, like, as far as actual sunlight goes, you know, without getting too deep into the darker parts of the game, oh no. Oh, this is going poorly. I am scared. Ah! Clenching butt cheeks! Oh! Whee! Oh my god! Screw all of you! Especially you, eyeball. I cut you. If you ever do play it, I'm practically a walking, talking guidebook for the game. Awesome! I will definitely keep that in mind. Oh. You know, you would think that I would try to be a little bit more careful. But nah, where's the fun in that? Okay. Oh. Ah, no. So, in order to get through here, I need runes, of which I have none. I have no ability to dash through there without taking damage. It would end poorly, and I would die horribly. So, continuing on. Hello! Hello! Hello. Hello! Oh, hello! Hello. If that gets annoying, I apologize. But I'm probably going to keep doing it. Another text! Journal entry number 2. Although I am the eldest child, I am not my father's favorite. I have always known he planned to leave me with nothing. But if I find the cure, everything will change. The victor will earn nothing less than the throne upon his passing. Upon my ascension, my wife and my children shall move back into the royal quarters, back to the royal city, where we once again will be treated with the respect we deserve. No longer will we stand for the gossip and petty slander of my cousins. The other dukes shall bow as we pass, but I am getting ahead of myself. I must keep my priorities clear, conquer the castle, find the cure, collect my reward. Now again, I've never come close to beating this game, but I feel like Prince isn't a good guy. Let's see here. Oblivion has this one lady where they forgot to cut the voice acting, and you hear her do a line twice. That's awesome. Zombie! I found a rune! Let's see. Could really go for some chicken. A chicken leg. That would be nice. A little bit of health. Whoa. 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 Okay. Okay, how am I going to take you out? One more. Oh well. I thought maybe I could get through without getting hit, but I was wrong. Horribly, horribly wrong. I'm getting hungry too. I will probably end this rather soon. Not for lack of wanting to stay, but it is, let's see, it's 9:40 my time. So yeah, getting a little bit late. Skeleton. Zombie foe. Eyeball. There we go. Oh, eyeball. Ah, food. More food. Ho ho. My prayers were answered. Ho ho ho. Whee. Oh, 8:40 your time. Gotcha. Yeah, and this office is not at home, so I should be heading home fairly soon. Jill was working late tonight, though, so, you know, not a huge issue. How do I... Ah, there we are. I'll head back over that way, yeah. Marching along, doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo, doop-a-doop-a-doo. Serious look on my face, with my shield out, doop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh, that is a teleportation spot, and I'm not going to take it because it will probably put me in the hardest area of the game, and that's not something I can deal with right now. Know your limits. Very important in this game. Whoa, hi. I forgot you were down there. Oh, well, there's the first boss door again. Ooh, another blueprint. Could this also be a blueprint? Money! That is going to be magic's... Hooray! Excellent. See what's down here. Ooh. Oh. 2 teleportation pads right next to each other. Why do I have a feeling that down here is going to be horrible? Yep, it's the Land of Darkness. The hardest location in the game. That will probably get me killed very quickly. But you know what? Money! Money! Haha! I'm really pressing my luck, aren't I? Yep. Especially considering I am not strong at this point in the game. Oh, one more hit might get some gold. Yay, gold. Woohoo, lots of gold. Sometimes being a little bit overconfident, or in my case, stupid, can pay off. Oh! You thought you had me, but you didn't. Do I dare go further? Oh my god, it's 4:41 a.m. your time? Katie, go to bed. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to head back now. I have a feeling that this will bring me nothing but pain, and I've already got a good amount of money. So, but yeah, this is going to be the last round for me for now. And once I finish this particular playthrough, I'll pick this up again another time. Oh. I really do like this game. It's a lot of fun, really hard. And in the end, it's just a good way to unwind after playing a very deep and unsettling game like Actual Sunlight. I don't know how entertaining it is to watch me play this game, but hopefully it's at least entertaining to a degree. And who knows, maybe some decent background noise. And thank goodness, the sprite's hitbox does not include its head for some reason. Ooh. Always got to love more money. Yeah, exactly what Necrozis said. Go to bed. You'll need to get some sleep so you can entertain the masses with your awesomeness upon your waking. Ooh, and I think this will take me to the Maya, a harder but not impossible area. Dang it, I can only get there if I was dwarf, or had dwarfism. That's okay. Oh god. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life? What have I done? Everything is bad. Everything's not awesome. Ah! Can only take one more hit! Can I survive? Nope. I died. But hey, not too bad. And got a good number of enemies taken out. Oh, I really do enjoy this game. And it really did. It's games like this, something where it's just, just fun. It can be frustrating at times, but you're able to have fun. It's just such a good way to unwind, especially after playing a game like actual Sunlight. So I'm really glad I did this, and I'm glad some of you all stayed along to watch me play it for a little while I did. Boom, do do do, dum, 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 dum. You got up really late. It's not even 5 a.m. What in the hell is early for you? That is a legitimately good question. I'm sorry, Katie, but that is a legitimately good question. But everyone, thank you so much, so much for being here for this stream. I truly do appreciate it. I meant to exit out of there, and it's not letting me. Okay, so I guess I will pick the next one. We'll go with Lady Antoinette. Why not? There we go. Quit to Rogue Legacy. Alright, so, again, thank you all so much for being here. I truly do appreciate it. Let's get that window a little bit bigger so you can see me. See me in all my gloriousness. Yes! But I really do appreciate everyone being here. It's been a lot of fun. Very, very interesting going through actual Sunlight. And I won't be doing a stream most likely the next couple of days, but I will try to do one on Friday, possibly on one of the games that was mentioned earlier, Firewatch, Crooked Man, To the Moon, or Last of Us. I just have to wait and see what happens, but if at all possible, I might actually go for Firewatch, just because I've heard so many good things about that game. Well, I've heard good things about most of these, actually. Crooked Man, I've only heard in passing, and To the Moon, no idea. But yes, so hopefully Friday there will be another stream, but until then, yeah, I just hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful night wherever you are. Oh, one quick check on the chat here again real quick. That's how it works. My boyfriend is American K. Big Papa. That's me, Big Papa. Let me know when you're streaming again. Tell me in chat or Discord. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely will. Firewatch would be your suggestion. You'll love Firewatch. Okay, well it seems like Firewatch is pretty much the...
My apologies. I don't understand.
So, yesterday when I was streaming, Google thought I was talking to it twice. Thankfully that only happened once this time, just now. But it's really weird. I need to remember to turn off that functionality, especially when the phone's supposed to be locked. Anyway, yes, Firewatch, not Fireworks, but yeah, Firewatch might be the one that I try next. It'll just depend on if there's any issues, but we'll see what happens. Hey Google, shut up. Exactly, shut up Google. But, yeah, if you watch the YouTube channel any, there will be a new, well, relatively new, I've had it recorded for a while, episode of Discovering Steven Universe going up finally. Friday there will be another Discovering Once Upon a Time going up. And yeah, hopefully some more stuff in addition to that. And throughout the rest of the week I will also be recording either a vlog for each day of Mental Health Awareness Week, Or I'll do a similar thing to what I did earlier on YouTube and do sort of a live recording vlog of sorts. But yes. All right. Until next time, everyone, I will see you on the next stream, and I hope everyone has an amazing day / night / whatever time of the day it is for you. Bye.